this is just to go over a quick Power Link build. You're going to need Tier 8 Relentless Strikes, Tier 8 Rampage, and then Tier 8 Power Link. You need to make sure this is tier 8 because the 40-meter range and the 6 armor pierce are really strong. Relentless Strikes at Tier 8 just makes it so that KE is easy to manage, shouldn't be too difficult. Rampage is just your highest damage ability, and then the rest of this is kind of questionable. Also, Smackdown is vital to the build. Base is all you need. Breaching Strikes and Savage Strike are nice to have. Some people put points into Trimmer to unlock it for it, but I don't really care about that. This is just to show how to get the buff and the basic build for it. Things are obviously changeable. This is probably not optimal. Here's kind of the rune setup you want to go for. Like I said, if you want to get Trimmer, you can just drop this Lifesteal amp. I only put it there because I had one left over, and you can drop an Armor Pierce amp, and boom, you've got Trimmer. Otherwise, this is a pretty optimal build. I have 2 empty slots here, more or less. I just had to put Defense Grid in there. With this, you can do pretty decent damage. Plus, you have 2 utility slots, so you can do kicks, interrupts, whatever. Defense Grid, certain things like Ice Wing. You'll need maybe a Plasma Blast, whatever. There's plenty of room to change stuff out here. Breakouts, whatever. A lot of situations change, but more or less, you want these 6 buttons, and then these 2. Again, the tier 8s are Relentless Strikes, Rampage, and Power Link. The rotation at its base is, your key in the raid is to have Smackdown and Power Link up. You might want to wait a second on putting Smackdown on the boss, just because if you get deflected, that's kind of ass. So you'll kind of want to wait to make sure that you have your Esper's debuff on it, so that you won't get deflected. So you just go a couple times and then pop Power Link, get up there, Smackdown, Rampage, and then pop your nade or some shit. And that's it. Just make sure you keep Smackdown up on the boss at all times. Power Link should always stay up, so you should never fall below 250 KE. Smackdown on cooldown. This isn't an optimal rotation. That's just figuring out which abilities go where. But more or less, this is what you need to be doing. That was horrible right there. Yeah, pretty quick. Just make sure 100% uptime on Power Link. You'll have an amp called, I think it's Kinetic Energy or Kinetic Drive. So if you're sprinting, you can keep it up pretty easily as long as you have some sprint. So if you're running between bosses, you can turn the toggle off and then turn it immediately back on. Since you have that amp, you won't be losing KE. Yeah, pretty simple stuff. It goes really well with the Tier 8 GA stuff, so your innate basically comes off cooldown a lot quicker. You can figure out the optimal stuff from there, but that's pretty much it.